They had plenty of protests after that.
Yes,
Well,
they
protests are different from
Protests are different than an insurrection.
Yeah.
No one broke into government buildings.
We disagree on that.
With more young adults living at home with their parents, the political divide between generations is more obvious than ever. And according to an NBC News Gen Z poll, more than half of Gen Zers have different political views than at least one of their parents, with about a third saying they...
Percentage Gen Z with differing politics as their parents. 31% differ from both parents, 44% share both parents' political party, 24% differ from one parent.
They differ from both parents. We went to the battleground state of Georgia to see what this looks like for actual families.
I'm curious, have those conversations ever gotten tense?
Oh, those conversations get tense all the time. We'll get into it, and then of course here in the middle of the night, mom just yelled downstairs, "Why don't you be quiet?"
22-year-old David Dilley lives with his parents Lyle and Brandy and his two brothers. This will be his second time voting for former President Donald Trump, while his parents...
I plan to vote for Harris.
Me as well.
We've debated on how we feel about vaccines. We've debated, border crossings. And there's areas we kind of...
God damn. Dog, that's just crazy. Like young Republicans I don't understand it. I don't know what it is. It's like, why do you look like that, bro? How did this happen? Like, what is it? Is there a point where you just go, I'm a Republican, and then automatically you just age 2 decades? Like, how the does this happen? I don't get it, brother. And this isn't, don't say it's COVID. Don't say Gen Z just looks old. I'm not kidding. This has been the same principle since when I was a wee little baby, okay? It literally does not matter. Guys, come on. Look at conservative commentators and shit. Like, what was his name? Harlan Hill. He looks like a baby who is also the oldest man in America at the same time. And he was like 25. Young conservatives always have that stink on them. I don't know what it is. It's weird.
agreed on the middle, okay? But we usually end up disagreeing at the end of the day.
When you learned that your son wanted to vote for Trump, he voted for Trump in 2020, how did that land for you?
I was a little surprised. I would never place a vote for Trump. The way he represented a member of the news media. Our oldest son has cerebral palsy. And so to see him be like, that's okay, I'm still gonna vote, that hit me a little hard.
Has that changed the relationship at all?
No. I mean, he's not Donald Trump, he's my son.
Yeah, that's a crazy question. It's like, yeah, dude, the parents are gonna hate their child now because he's voting for Donald Trump. Like, yeah. Here's a hog talk / stitch that proves your point.
I'm a white dude for Harris. Of course my wife lets me watch her and her boyfriend make love.
How old do you think this dude is?
30, 35.
He's 22.
That's insane.
In milk years?
White dude for Harris.
That's insane. Okay, I mean, dude, there's something going on. There is something going on, brother. We need to figure out the crisis that is happening to our young men. They are all looking like old men. Okay? We need to figure this out. We need to put a shutdown on Conservatalk until we figure out what the hell is going on. Bro, been through 2 divorces, leave him alone. It does. It looks like he has. How's that even possible? Oh God. This freaks me out, dude. It actually freaks me out. Anyway, this divide, by the way, this like generational divide is pretty funny, but it's also legitimately terrifying because I feel like in the future, like we currently have a rural, suburban versus urban divide in terms of how people vote. But I think beyond that, there is going to be a gender divide, especially in the next generation. It's kind of up.
I don't mind saying it. Yes, I will be voting for Trump, but it's not so much because I like him as a person. It's just some of the ideas and policies will help my life. My life will be better due to them, and my family's life will be better due to them. I just wish he was not so much a jerk sometimes, that's all.
A lot of the arguments are part of me trying to iterate that there's human sides to all of this and try not to take that out of the conversation. And when he doesn't accept that, to me, that is a little disappointing.
It's like, where did I go wrong? What did I do? What did I miss a step in, raising him?
David and Darius Shockley are also from the Savannah area, but politics play out differently for them, with Darius on the far left and his dad David on the right.
Can you describe your son's political ideology from what you understand?
How do I say this?
Wait, what?
It makes no sense. I don't agree with half the stuff he says, but at the same time, I'll listen to him say it.
I tend to instigate a little bit some conversations about politics whenever I read something on the news. I like to bring up with my parents and ask them about them.
Darius, how will you feel if Kamala wins? How will you feel if Trump wins?
Kamala, relieved, hopeful. Trump, devastated. I can't even think of a word because there's no way I can describe the pain that I will feel.
Hearing how emotional your son gets when he talks about the possibility of Trump winning, does that affect you at all?
Yeah, it's a little disturbing. It's just a little disturbing that it would be.
My dad once said at a dinner, if he was white, he'd vote Trump, and it was so silent. What the
that upsetting to him. That's how it is now. My mother and father did not agree politically. 53 years they spent together, and it was no problem. They just canceled each other's vote out, but they did go vote.
Both families say the country has gotten too divided when it comes to politics.
What advice would you give to people who still live with their parents, but they have very drastic, different political preferences?
Just get over it. Your family's not going to agree 100%. You will never agree. If you hope in this life you will find somebody you agree with 100%, you'll be searching for your entire dang life. What's up with you? Amen.
Amen.
Just a scoop of that.
What are you all united on?
Your family. I don't care who you're voting for. If you're a good person, you can sit at my table.
It's extra crazy that his brother has cerebral palsy and he's voting for the guy who made fun of a dude with cerebral palsy. Like, on the optics alone, like, that shit makes no damn sense. Like, you are directly. I usually say that, like, Republicans only care about shit when it, like, directly impacts them, and then they change their minds because they're, like, deeply selfish people. But this guy has gone above and beyond, where he's, like, not even demonstrating empathy for his own brother. It's kind of crazy.
Invite people over and we don't discuss ideologies. We want to love them for them and not worry about politics. We'll deal with that later.
I guess I was raised up to believe that as long as you think that what you are doing is right and you stand behind what you're doing, we're behind you.
I don't know. I just, like, dog, my dad to my face said he doesn't give a shit about the world he leaves behind for me because he won't be in it. That's insane.